final guest is with BK Royston Publishing, which is one of the
Mm-hmm.
partners of the show. And he was on the show in October of last year, but he has a new book out. So he's back now. I've got two log ons. So let's see which one is the right one. And uh, his name is Michael Young, even though it's spelled two different ways on the screen, but uh,
I think one might have been a typo.
I think so. So we're going to find out. Oh, there he is. Michael, welcome back to Black Authors Matter TV. You need to unmute. Okay.
Okay, you got me?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, loud and clear.
Hello, thank you for having me back.
Oh, well, you're welcome. And you have a new book. Now, the one behind you, which one is that? That's some
The
Dark Side of Desire.
yes, the Dark Side of Desire. That
Okay.
was book number 7. I just released book number 8.
Oh,
That's
Well,
a
okay.
finished scope. Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
So you continue to write, and it's Winter's Cold Kiss. Do you have a
Yes,
copy
yes, I
of
do.
it?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. So you that's your the proof, because I see that proof line, the
Yeah.
KDP proof line that you get when they send you your book. So
Yeah.
congratulations. When did the book come out?
Well, it actually did come out. I've already sold out all the copies that I had.
Oh, well,
Well, great.
congratulations.
Thank you.
That's always good. Now, where did you
Yeah.
sell these copies? Did you go out somewhere at an event to sell them?
No, actually, I sold them at my mother-in-law's boutique and at work. I have a lot of
Okay.
fans at work, and they said once it comes out, let us know. Bring one in. We want it.
Well, that's
Well, all
good.
right.
Yeah. And so it doesn't interfere with your, like, is do you run into challenges at work with people knowing that you have like a side career?
No, not really. Not that many people know that I do write at work. I work at Ford, so it's like 3,000 people there.
Right.
It's only a handful of people that actually know that I write there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you
My
say
my
Ford?
boss just found out. I mean, all this time we've been working together, I just happened to mention something about my books. He was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I write books." He goes, "How did I not know that?" I was like, "Cause I don't talk about it at work."
Yeah, that happens to me too. Where it's somebody that I've known for a while, but I don't talk about my books. You know, because that's not what I do. That's not the only thing I do.
Yes.
Right.
So some people will know me and they say, "Why didn't I know that you had all those books?" Well, I don't talk about it. Like I don't just
Right.
talk about myself and what I'm doing when I'm having a conversation with somebody. It's different things come up, and then people will ask you about what they're about and all that. Sometimes they'll say, "Well, I want to get one." That happens.
Yes. And I never want to try to force my books on anyone by saying, "I write, you need to buy one." They'll ask me
Mhm.
what it's about, and if they want to
Right.
buy one, I'll bring them a copy.
There you go.
Now, your books
That's
are
the way
in
you
what
do it.
genre, or are they in multiple genres?
I'm considered urban fiction.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, what is your idea of urban fiction? Because different people have different
That's true.
ideas about what urban fiction means.
My definition is something that may happen generally to somebody every day, but it can happen anywhere. It's something that really may not happen, but it could happen. Like it can be. I don't like to write about strippers, even though there's nothing wrong with it. People do it, but that's not. I don't. That's not in my wheelhouse. People do more than that. I don't like to write about that. I don't like to write about drug usage. I like to write about common people having common problems every day. Something more
Right. They
people
don't
can
have to be
relate to.
ducking bullets and
Yeah.
having sex. I get it. I get it.
Even though
Oh,
some of that
okay.
is
Some
in
of
there,
that.
but that's not what it's focused
I
on.
mean, it doesn't have to be every 5 pages, though.
Yes. Yeah.
No. I had to have a conversation with about some books. They like with when there's sex in some books. Some people lead with that. Like on
Right.
page one, there's a graphic text. I rather mine like build up to it.
Yes.
I don't need it in my face like on page one. But some people like that, and there's a market for just about anything you want to read.
Yeah, I do give people warning when they buy it. So there is adult content in it. There is some cussing. There may be a small sex scene in some of the books, but it's
A
nothing that's
small
going to be
sex
thrown
scene.
in your face and make you turn red. And oh my God, what is no? I'm not going to do
Clutch the pearls. That's what we're
Yeah.
Oh,
Fix my
so it's
crown.
just yeah, your crown is crooked. Okay,
Yeah.
better.
It's hard to
It's
straighten it
hard
because
to
I'm
do
and
it.
everything is crooked.
Everything
I
is
mean, everything is
backwards.
opposite.
Everything is
Yeah.
opposite. So, like, if your hair's messed up and you touch one side, you think it's the other side.
Right.
It's hard on with the screen. But um, tell us about Winter's Cold Kiss and what's it about? And are any of your books, are they part of a sequel, or is everyone a standalone, or how do your books work in terms of connecting to each other? You said this is book number 8. The
yes.
Winter's Cold Kiss is book number 8. Okay.
Uh, Winter's Cold Kiss is a standalone. Uh, that one's actually about a wife who finds out that her husband has been leading a double life,
Mm.
and it's not that until someone comes to their door to actually get rid of him that she finds out what he does. He says he goes to work every day as a businessman, but actually he's working for a secret government
Mm.
agency,
Okay.
and to take revenge for her husband being hurt, she's decided to go after the people that hurt him.
Oh, now is her name Winter, or is that the
Yeah,
season? Okay.
yeah.
I
Her
didn't
name is
know.
Winter.
Okay. All right. I didn't know if it happened in the wintertime, or but you explained that. So, do all of your books have like a hidden, like you said, somebody from the government, from a secret government agency? Is that a common thread, or is each book kind of different?
Actually, this is the only one that's a little different than the other seven. It has no connection with the other ones. But my first book is Happiness Worth the Pain. Uh, it was like the first book. People asked for more of the storyline with those characters, so I
Mhm.
made Wildest Dreams and Wildest Dreams 2. Then I have a separate story is to Protect and Serve, Panic in the City, Protect and Serve, Blood Alley. They connect. Then I have another one that's Forgotten Lies. That's kind of a standalone, but it does have a connection with the other ones. And the one that's behind me, Dark Side of Desire, you will, if you read all the other books, you will see two characters that was in previous books. They're not the
I
main
like
characters,
yeah.
but they make an appearance.
I
Mhm.
like when characters make an appearance because it kind of strings the books together a little bit.
Yes.
Now,
So do
how
we
did
have to read the books in order?
No, not really, but it will help if you read the first book, then Wildest Dreams 2, to see the continuation with those. But you don't have to read Is Happiness Worth the Pain to read
Right.
Protect and Serve.
Okay.
okay? Now, how did you end up with BK Royston? I may have asked you this when you were on before, but for those who didn't see the previous interview, how did you get connected with BK Royston Publishing?
Well, after I actually had written down my book, I didn't know what to do with it. A lot of people say, "Well, you need to get a publisher." So I have no idea what to do about that. The Lord told me just to write. So I did what I was instructed to do. Then
Yes.
people started coming to me, well, you need to talk to BK Royston, talk to Julia. After like the third person told me that, I said, well, I have to find this person. And they actually gave me a card and I sent her a copy of the book. And I asked her, is this worthy of being an actual book? Excuse me. And she replied, yes, we can work this out. We can make it a book. And it's taken off from there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, Julia and BK, they every time I talk to her, it seems like she's got 50 more books that she's put out. Not
Yes.
hers,
Yeah.
but she has a lot of her own
She
books
has a lot
too.
of them herself. I believe she has
Yes.
over a
Yeah.
hundred now.
She has a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Between the people she publishes and her own books, it's a ton of books.
She covers every category too. That's something
She
I
does.
can't do.
And the
She
good
does.
thing is that she's good people. She doesn't treat you like
Yeah.
you're part of the machine. And that's sometimes very hard to find in this industry.
Yes.
Mhm. She says she doesn't have any children. So her what she does, what she and her husband, they're both techies. And so she said that's their children. That what their business,
Right.
what the books they put out. If they don't have any actual children that they birthed. So, but also she supports the show, but she also comes to the National Black Book Festival every year, and she brings some of her authors with her.
Hopefully, once I retire, I'll be able to do a little bit more traveling with her.
That'll be good.
Yeah, yeah. So, what is the setting for your books? Are they all in the same city as far as the setting? And where are you located? I
I
didn't
am
ask.
located in Louisville, Kentucky, and
Okay,
Oh,
I never name a city or actual town in any of my books because I want the readers to feel no matter where they're at, they feel like it could be somewhere close to them.
okay, that's an interesting concept. Um, so
no,
you
I
don't.
like that because it lets the reader draw in their imagination and they excuse me, they feel inside of whatever setting they have in their head. They feel
Yes.
inside of it.
As in one book, I write about something happening, murders happening in the park, and they could feel like, oh, this could be the park
Okay,
down the street, or this could be the park across
Right,
town.
right.
okay, yeah, that's an interesting way to approach it. Um, some people create small towns
Yeah.
in their books, that don't exist, and some people utilize cities or communities that do exist as their setting. So it just depends on how the author wants to approach it.
Yes.
So, in your Winter's Cold Kiss, what's something that you want your audience to know? Like, what's one of the arcs of the book? What's one of the oh my goodness moments in the book without giving the spoilers away? Too many.
Uh, well, once Winter gets going on her mission to try to find out who these people are, things starting to be unveiled to her that she didn't really expect. There's more people involved in this assault on her husband that she actually knew,
Mm.
and some of them are very close to her. So
Okay.
that'll be one of the moments once you get to that. That who, how they involved? Why? What? I just want
So
every
you like the twists and turns.
yes. I try to make every chapter a page turner, make you involved in something happens in every chapter
Love
where
that.
you hate to put it down.
Love that.
Okay. Now I think I remember your books aren't real. They aren't real thick.
No, they're not. They're not.
Because you want people who may be intimidated by 350 pages. You want
So
that reader. You
so
want the
you write
Yes.
more novellas, which is about 25,000 words.
Yes. Yeah, I try not to draw out the story. I don't want to lose the reader's attention. I just try to hold your attention for an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
well, you would have to be a fast
Okay.
reader. How many pages? You'd have to be
Yeah. Because I'm about to say it's gonna take me more than an hour
one
and a half to
hour,
read 25,000
and I'm
words.
a fast
Mhm.
reader, but I'm not a speed reader. Some people are speed readers and they can just really read like super fast, like almost like they turn pages or they
Right.
scroll like they're, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they can consume it. I
Well,
don't know about the attention.
there's a thing now. I've not tried it at all. I only saw it on TikTok, but it's like a little gadget you can put on the book. And it'll read the book to you. It's almost like an audio book reader, but if you put it on a physical book, and it will read the book to you.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. I don't know how well it works. I only saw it on TikTok, but I might try it. But
But
I
you
think that
can,
would take some of the
it's,
fun out of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, why would you, with audiobooks so prolific now, why
Well,
would you
what I like
even,
about audiobooks is people get into it. The voices and the acting. I think this is just an AI voice reading the book to you, and I don't want to do that.
oh, yeah, AI is doing too much in some stuff. And you have to be careful about AI because they, AI will spout false information if that's what they gather. See, AI is just collecting and regurgitating, not creating.
Well, that's the reason why
So,
you're supposed to, if you're using AI, you've got to read over it and you've got to give it a human touch.
yeah,
You
yeah,
cannot just say, "Okay, I'm done with my book. Read it, everybody."
yeah. Yeah, or a letter or whatever, email. It might it was something I was reading where whatever AI put out, it was completely wrong. I mean, it was just incorrect. The information was incorrect, but it was done by AI. And I feel like some people it's going to make some people so lazy to the point where they're not reviewing it, whatever they're collecting. They're just putting
Right.
it out there. We're in a brave new world now with this AI. I don't know
Yes.
exactly where it's going to
I'm
Well,
go.
do you use AI at all? And I'm not talking about to write your book, but you can use AI as an assistant when you're trying to brainstorm or if you're trying to do research. So there's nothing wrong with using some AI, just to the extent in which you use it.
Oh no, no AI for me. Everything I wanted directly out of my imagination and my brain. So every word I put down has come from me.
Yeah, I feel
Okay.
like that too. I use it for research, but then you also have to double check because it will gather information that's out there that's not correct.
Right.
It just depends on, what you ask it or whatever. But I think it's a useful tool. I reference back to one of the classic films, Terminator, the original one, and the year that the machines take over is in that movie is 2029. When that movie came out, it was in the 80s, and 2029 seemed like so far in the future that it would never happen. Well, that's 4 more years from now.
Well, in 2029, they're gonna be reading my book and Michael's book and your book, Glenn.
Like in the
Well,
movie, if you ever hear anything called Skynet, run.
yeah, let's
There
do
you go.
Skynet. Yeah, now I wanted to ask you about what you like to watch because with you doing the secret government agency angle, what kind of shows do you like to watch? Are you watching shows where the government or secret agencies is part of the plot line?
Some shows I do. I used to watch CSI. Uh, I really I watch anything like the old show Pose. I love the story, the written story of that, and I can watch anything from BMF that's on now, or I may watch
Yeah.
a old show like In the Heat of the Night,
Okay,
just
the
whatever
show or the
catches
movie?
my attention.
The show or the
The
movie?
TV show,
Okay.
yeah, because it comes on every day.
Okay. Yeah, it's syndicated somewhere every day, I think. I've never watched the show.
It's
I
pretty
saw
good.
the movie, when not when it was originally out, but that movie was a classic film. And so I never and see I saw Archie Bunker and All in the Family, the guy Carol,
Yeah,
what's his first name Carol or last name Carol? He's in the heat of the night.
yes,
So have you ever watched 24?
I did. I believe I watched the first season of it. Then something else came out that got my attention, and I started watching it.
Okay. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. I think I've binged that one more than any other show. And now I'm re-binging Scandal,
My wife
which,
loves
which
Scandal.
is
I'm not
about
even
a
sure she's seen
secret
that.
government agency.
Well, during COVID, I binge watched How to Get Away with Murder from the very beginning to the very end. I
Yes.
did not realize how many twists and turns were in that because I didn't really watch it when it was popular.
Okay, that's not one that I watched
No,
I watch
I
that
didn't
every
watch
week.
it either, but I binged watched a lot of stuff during
during
COVID.
COVID.
Yeah, couldn't go anywhere.
Now I thought, wow, I thought, Rhonda, you would be like working on your next epic book, your
I
next
did work on another book. I worked on
500 page
trust.
book.
I worked on trust. I worked on magazines.
Oh,
I
you
worked
did your
on
anthology,
yeah, I did the anthology. I worked on a lot of stuff during COVID. So
but you
yeah,
were
I was
still binging. Yeah, I if it's a good show, I prefer to binge. I don't like watching stuff week to week.
right.
I'd rather wait till it's finished and then binge the
Mm,
season. It's just easier.
right. Well, Michael, what do you have planned next?
I'm the next book I'm going to bring out is called Tales from the Couch. That is about a man. First part of it is going to be a man going to see a psychiatrist. He's
Hmm.
told that he has to go see the psychiatrist because of the way he treats women. He started off in his early age treating women very well, but as his relationships went on, he started treating them worse and worse
Mm,
and worse and worse. And he's trying to figure out why is this happening? What is the root cause of it?
Okay,
So the
did his
first,
heart get broken?
it,
That's
he's
normally what causes it in a man.
he's gone through several relationship traumas.
well,
Okay.
I think it's really pretty cool that you just finished book 8 and you already have your concept for book 9 down.
Hmm. And it's
Half of us,
totally different.
yes, half of us already finished.
Oh,
I get in moods where I just write and write and write. I had 3 books already finished, but I'm just now putting them out.
Are you
So
a
I'm
night writer or a morning writer?
really after I get off from work, I spend so much time just working with my hands. I have time to let my mind wander. So as soon as I come home, sit down, I just hit the keyboard.
There
and
you
did you
go.
let your wife read your work as you're going, or do you wait till you're finished and let her read it?
Well, I tell her about the idea first, and once I finish with it, I let her read it. She has the first approval. If she
Okay.
likes it, then I'll
There you
send it to
go.
Julia.
Okay. Now, is she honestly telling you what, like, how is her approach to telling you if it needs to be some changes or if it's great or needs work or whatever?
Once she reads it, she'll tell me, "Well, you need to change this in the book. You don't need to let that situation happen. You need to change this character's name or some that. Well, you need to expand on this." And I value her opinion. Actually, that's my wife on the cover of the new book.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice. And
okay.
that's
You
really good
waited
that
till the
she's so
end of the
supportive.
show to tell us that little tidbit.
Right. But that's very good that she's so supportive of your writing
It
career.
is. It is. It's good that
Without her, I would not be writing. She's the one who convinced me to do it.
All
well,
right.
that's
I know,
great.
and I know she's holding the camera, and you had to say that.
Oh no, she's upstairs.
Yeah, that's good. Not some spouses are involved in the writing as far as reading. Some are just encouragers, and some are just detached. It just depends on
Right.
the spouse. You never know. My husband or my daughter, they've never read any of my books. I told them I'm so hurt. And you know what they tell me? We live with you. We know what you said. No, you don't. You have to read. You don't know everything that's in my mind. But that's the excuse they give. And sometimes I will read, like, they'll sit and listen to me as I read a chapter. But that's
Okay, well,
after
that's
the book
good.
is already out. That's after the book is already
Well, your target audience is never your family anyway.
No,
So,
you're
Right.
right,
I
Rhonda.
love my family, and I'm happy if they read one of my books, but they're not my target audience. So I don't
Right.
even bother them. Like if you read it, you read it. If you don't, you don't. I have some family members who know I'm an author, but haven't read not one book. It's all good
Yes.
because I didn't write for one particular audience, which is my family.
No, you're right. So at least I'm not alone. Sometimes I'm telling you, if you read it, you would know. You would know these facts. It's in my book. If you had read
Hmm.
it, sometimes I tell them that. But um, anyway, Michael, congratulations on your latest book.
Thank you. Thank you.
And your next project. Show us your book cover again and let the audience know
Okay.
where they can get the book.
Winter's Cold Kiss. All
And
right.
that's his wife on the
That's my way.
cover.
Yes. Come on, baby. Yes.
So how
You
can
can
they order the book?
you can order it on Amazon, or you can find me on Facebook or Instagram. If you send me your information, I will mail one to you. If you're in Louisville, Kentucky, you can go to Pretty Woman's Boutique. I have copies in there. That's my mother-in-law's and my wife's boutique. And
Okay.
I'm going to work on another bookstore. I need to talk to her and see how I can get my books in her bookstore here locally. I'm expanding a little bit.
Wonderful.
Okay, that's great. All right. Well, have a great night and thanks for being back on the show.
All right, thank you. Thank you, ladies. Really appreciate it.
Well, I
Okay.
enjoyed talking with you. You have a great night and best wishes to you.
You too.